What's up, everybody? It's Sunday. It is time for Acquisitions Incorporated. I will let our MC, host, and dungeon master take over, Mr. M. Clancy 10006. Go ahead, sir.
Alrighty. Well, welcome to Sunday. Welcome to Acquisitions Incorporated. We continue to have our technical difficulties. We're under a level 7 denial service spell that's being cast against a few of our players. And Fury Fate said she'd be a little bit late, joining probably in an hour or so. But why don't we get to introduce our players? I'll start with Deja Voodoo, who is having the most technical difficulties, but she's on the Discord.
Hey there, everybody. This is Deja Voodoo playing Panic Lethea Dunlin, Tiefling Fighter, who is an unwitting participant in the DOS.
Yeah, failed to save on that one. Okay, and let's go
Yes.
to the slightly less, but still otherwise technically difficulted, our Occult Nito.
It's the Nordic Geek playing the Occult Nito, trying to survive with all the technical difficulties.
Yes, you evil TCP flutters, you. And how about our Reginald?
Hello, this is Walking Dude. Shout out to our Beatmaster MC Lancy, and I'm playing Reginald Warlock.
That's good.
I got a new name.
I don't even sing when I'm drunk enough for karaoke. And not last, but maybe least, I don't know. Our decision is Mr. Dan Death.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at MC Lancy. That's hilarious. Yes, Rob Tui playing Decisionist Dan, 5th level cleric failed merchant. And he's a rather boring human. Everybody hates humans. I love them.
Oof.
Oof.
I mean, I'm trying to think of a counter argument to the everybody hates humans thing, but I'll get back to you.
All right. And then our missing player is Furied Fate. She'll be here in approximately 1 hour. And she is playing Documancer Rin. She is the new race known as the Verdan.
She is. All right, when we last left our heroes, they had done stuff. That was exactly what they did.
We did stuff? Okay, cool.
I believe it.
That was the rumor. So they had, just do a little bit of recap and people can add in their own color. They had discovered some stuff. They had discovered that Dran Enterprises was being framed by a group called the Six. They spoke with a gentle lizard named Brachus. He clued them in on certain things. Let's see. They've also figured out that they have leveled. They are level 5, and they are a tier 2 franchise, and they have some franchise maintenance to do. Now, yeah, let's go that. And you got a book from Brachus that your Documancer has about the Horn Enclave dwarf. And you believe that's a solid lead to where the final component of the Ori of the Wanderer may lie.
Mm-hmm. Eat it.
So I think we'll do a few things. I think you guys should head back to Luskin. I will give you a long rest.
Yeah.
You've been longly rested. I think all of you managed to level. I panically leveled you to 5.
Yeah, and I think 5 is a pretty simple level as far as I can remember for fighter.
Yeah, you just get a second attack. That's the main important thing.
Oh, and everybody else who has cantrips should remember to add dice to those. If you haven't.
If you're a cantrippy type person, yeah. So you return to Luskin, to your headquarters. I mean, from Luskin back to Phandalin. And you find your major domo, Gilda Dunn, in a good mood.
Oh, that's good.
Gilda is all tusk, grinning from ear to ear. I just heard word from the head office. The bosses have been watching how well you run the business, and your mission in Luskin is all anyone is talking about. Our license has been expanded to cover a broader territory in Phandalin. And even better, I've been crunching the profit statements, and I think we're ready to expand this headquarters.
Oh, wonderful. Well, what does our territory look like now?
Well, it's a little bit up for you to decide, right? So for those who can see maps, I'll go find the campaign map and show you where stuff is again.
I think the campaign map's old enough where I can.
Did it come back? Did you see it?
Negative.
So you have choices with your tier 2 headquarters situation. Right, so you can expand. You're in Phandalin. You have the Tresender Manor there. There's not another franchise to the north very much. So you could expand northward to Neverwinter. You could perhaps come to a different arrangement about the lighthouse, or you could move inland to other territory. That's an option too. Neverwinter, as you recall, is a pretty dodgy town.
Also big.
It is big.
There are probably a whole bunch of startups like us trying to do what they can. But it is familiar, isn't
It is.
So where have we been? We've been to Phandalin, Neverwinter, and the Lighthouse.
And Luskin.
And
That's
Luskin,
where you
okay.
guys were.
I mean, if we want to take direct confrontation to the now proven innocent since guilty, Dran Enterprises, we could start making our way, inching up the coast.
I'd say Neverwinter is the most powerful hold for our company.
Mm-hmm.
True.
We can deal with ne'er-do-wells. We're a bandy bit of boys and girls. That's the best I got.
Man, it is hard to alliterate that without becoming severely inappropriate.
Right. Oh, bandy boys, bandy band of bitches. There we go. That's what we are.
Nice.
That's inappropriate.
Aren't you guys the Pony Express? Isn't that the name of your franchise?
What is it? The Pony Express. Yeah. Is that right? I forgot about that.
That is our franchise name. Yeah.
I mean, you could rebrand. You could come up with a new name if you wanted.
Our motto is something along the lines of "We'll get it to you, probably."
Soon, if not later.
That was a whole involuntary thing that happened in my diaphragm.
When you're absolutely fairly sure you need it. Soon.
Ish.
We can get it to you there in 4 weeks. All right. For 10 day. Oh, I didn't mean to. Oh my god, I said week. Yes.
Oh no, it's
so
not canon.
Let's go that way then. Let's make our way. I like it.
Where are you heading to?
Neverwinter?
Neverwinter, okay. Yeah, you didn't tear the place up too much when you were there.
Too much. I mean, we broke somebody out of prison, but
Does it count if I don't remember that?
Yes.
that sounds like it'll
Okay.
definitely stand up to the court of law.
I don't know. Sometimes the person blacks out, they murder somebody, but they get away with it because they don't remember.
Oh my god.
Right? They didn't have motive or premeditation. 2 of the 3
Well, if
requirements.
the documenter didn't write it down, it didn't.
You
Oh.
guys
Well,
make me scared to
and-
live in a
and-
society.
And Dan Death,
You
of
should be
course,
scared.
has human privilege. So
That's right. I have human privilege. That's funny.
Ooh, I feel that deep in my soul.
Me too. Good in there.
Ooh,
Yeah, I just saw that. It was pretty great.
All right, let's see. Neverwinter. Where do we come in? Do we come in from the south? Or
you came in. Yeah, you came in from the north. You came in by the Blue Lake.
but we're coming in from the south this time. We're coming from Vandalin, right?
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah. So you would have come by the.
We can either go in here or the other.
Yeah, the gate over by the Popper section. Yeah.
All right. Where were we before? We were up around Blue Lake, right? So we'd have to go cross.
Yeah,
Or we
well,
could-
you snuck through a tunnel at Blue Lake to get into the dungeon of Castle Never.
We could go around the city and do that again if we thought it would be easier. What do you guys think?
I hear crickets. Cricket sounds.
I don't
You
even
hear
hear
that-
crickets. I hear
that
silence.
quiet grinding noise, those are gears turning in my head. So it's like I got nothing right now. It's like I know that we need to establish here. I guess the best places probably not the law house, because that has to do with murders and executions. But Castle Never seems like a big deal for a tier 2 franchise.
Do we want to try to get a abandoned building or I mean like a non-used building and fix her up her
Yeah.
and make it our thing?
So
Hire
we
some-
have the what's it called, the House of Knowledge and et cetera, et cetera. But where is the House of Real Estate? Is what I'm wondering.
right. Because we probably have, how much gold do we have in the whole party? Like maybe around 1,000. Could pay for
Never.
building some stuff. I've got 240. I'm just assuming
Well, you
most
do
people.
have a lot of stuff in your inventory yet.
Oh, in the party sheet? Yeah, we could go in and sell that stuff and get more money. Just a lot of mundane stuff and
Well, your party gold, including what's on the party sheet, is about 2,000 gold.
okay. So
Nice. We could rent a small 1-bedroom in New York
Yeah.
with that.
do we have knowledge? Do our characters have knowledge of what like prices would be to rent a thing for a month and get going and that kind of thing, or sign a lease, whatever they do, whatever they do now?
Yeah, we'll go with sign a lease. But you have a major domo who can handle those details. You just have to decide what you want.
Okay. We want a place that can act as a headquarters and also a storefront or a business front where people can come to us.
Like with the little place where Reginald can be doing his secretarian thing, maybe some nice couches for future clients, and the back office.
Right.
So you're let's see. You are licensed for a small territory. Not defined.
Yeah, so maybe a building
No.
that
Oh,
has
defined. I found
two-
it. So your license now includes a region similar in size to a province or a small kingdom, typically up to 50 miles across.
Oh, damn. How big is Neverwinter?
You could include Neverwinter to Phandalin, so I think you're within range. I'll be.
So what I'm thinking is we have 2 choices. We can build our own thing outside the city but then we're dealing with, protection and all this other stuff. Or we can try to get a small, even though we're authorized for 50 miles, we could just try to get like one building inside Neverwinter and have it be, double story, sleep on the top, business on the bottom, or some shit like that. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah. We'd be paying taxes, but the taxes would be going to guard
Guards and right.
Well, why don't we get something on the docks since we can transport via sea?
Right,
yeah.
we have a ship.
All right,
Well,
so
your franchise at rank 2 also has a form of mobility, so you can like you observed that Dran Enterprises had. Their headquarters was actually a boat that moved around, and they had portals to connect to their various operating locations.
oh snap. Okay, maybe we should go down and see if there's a ship for sale.
Well, it doesn't have to be a ship. I just use an example. It could be
I like that though. We can go everywhere.
landborne, airborne. There's a bunch of different things you could get.
All right, well, so we should let's spend some time researching that. Do we want? I would say either airborne or seaborne. Landborne is kind of, or both. Whatever we can get. We're not very rich right now.
No, but you have good friends with the ship captain, right?
Yeah, so maybe he could help us.
She.
She. Hashtag me too. Yeah, let's start there. We'll ask her what she thinks. Captain Hassenpfeffer, what's her name?
Okay, so let me give you some concepts of expenses here.
Okay.
So,
Oh my gosh.
a settlement level enterprise like a guild hall, inn, tavern, shop, so forth is about 120 gold a month. The sailing ship is about 200 gold a month. If you were to take over the lighthouse or something remote, it's probably about 250. A fortified tower is about 350 gold a month. And then it gets expensive from there.
Yeah.
An airship is 800 gold a month. A giant walking statue that's magically locomotive is 1,000. A small keeper castle is 3, and a large castle or palace is 12,000 a month.
What was the one that was 800? What is that called?
Airship.
Oh, airship. Yeah. So I say my vote, and of course I get 3 votes, would be to start with the ship. Because it allows us to move city to city on the coastline, at least. An airship at this point, it seems too expensive. I mean, we could do it for 3 months and hope we make money. What do you guys think?
I think starting with a ship is a good idea.
Yeah, I don't like the whole hope we make money line.
Right, because if we don't, then we're selling our airship and back to 0 or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, and since half of you are failed merchants, you recognize the peril of that, right?
Yeah. Holy shit, voodoo's on the table. Oh my god.
I know!
Can you see the map?
I just kept knocking and knocking, and finally it let me in. Yeah, I see the map.
Nice.
What the hell? You see a map?
What's going on? All right. So let's talk to the captain. Perhaps she can get us either the best ship available or a discount or any combination thereof. And we can get ourselves the Pony Express. Physical manifestation.
Totally makes sense on water.
Needs to have like the figurehead in front of the front of the ship. It needs to be like a seahorse, as in like top half horse,
Yeah.
bottom half mermaid.
Top half head horse body ship. And we're gonna call it
I think that's actually a monster too.
Hi ho, Silver, and away.
the Seahorse Express. The Pony Express. I get it. We're gonna own your ass.
Oh my god.
He walking to type that in the. That's what we're gonna call it. This is. I'll put it in the fantasy grounds. I like it.
I got it. That works.
The Pony Express. We're gonna own you. Okay. So what will the captain say to us?
In the classic Standby, I'm trying to find the captain's name because I forgot.
Standby. Her name is Hassenpfeffer until you say it's not.
It's not.
Damn it! That was quick.
Wow, that was short.
That was a short-lived.
Flipping pages. Went back to the analog book because, sometimes that's better. Yes, the Tortured Turtle was the boat, was it not? It was. And Belle was the new captain after you mutinied for her.
Oh, right. We made her the captain. That's right. Nice.
Yeah, Belle Mare. Yeah, I was looking. I just found it in my notes as you said it.
There you go. Yeah, it took me a while. It was in a different spot than I thought. So let's say Belle and the Tortured Turtle hails into port at Neverwinter. Well, you guys are there scoping it out. How's that? Just to make life simple.
Nice. Well, it is a pretty big city there.
So you have a couple options. You can ask Belle if she's interested in having the galleon become the, or you could try and secure an additional sailing ship so you have a fleet of 2. A friend, well, not fully yours, but an allied boat and your own. And you could use her expertise to find you a worthy ship and a crew.
In my experience, I found that sloops are spectacularly good for small business operations. The galleon could be more of a, sloops, light, fast, get around in the water really quick.
Well, sloop is a pretty cool word.
It is. And it sounds less rude than frigate.
Frigate. I always have enjoyed the word frigate and especially spigot.
I still think we need an intern named Lon Grest.
Lon Grest?
Yeah, Lon Grest.
Ha! I get it.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be like that today. Got it.
Okay. Hey.
Because it's like that every day.
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying.
Some show I was watching where the guy that escaped, his name was Gerard Host. G Host. Ghost.
Ah.
Did he ghost you?
Ghosted me. Sloop. Yeah. We slooped
so
out
what do you
of
want?
there.
Is that what you want to do? You want to find a second boat, or do you want to try and convince Belle to make the Tortured Turtle your headquarters boat?
We will get a seahorse head from the shop, and we will affix it to the Tortured Turtle, and make her the captain, and put her on payroll, and get the whole crew going, and that'll be our headquarters, and then we're gonna just be basically nice pirates. Well, nice. Our object isn't gonna be to like go rob shit off ships and stuff, but we're gonna be doing trading and crap, and then if anybody fucks with us, Pony Express.
Send them to the cemetery. Got it.
Yeah. And then we'll put big red like slash marks on the side of the ship for how many ships we've sunk. If we have to sink any like hash marks or whatever. And maybe we start with like 20 just to scare people.
It's like those airlines that like say, "Oh yeah, 38 people are looking at this flight," when they're actually using a random number generator.
Right.
Shame on those people, by the way.
38 people. Oh, your ticket was just sold.
Okay, awesome. I hope Belle
Okay,
is into
so
this
so
idea.
Bell says, well, I think what we should do is do some improvements to the tortured turtle to make it headquarters worthy.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, well, we're gonna have to do a little bit of refitting in the port here, and that'll be everybody roll me D8.
Do you want one for Fury too?
No, it's just this is enough. I only need 3 of them. So for 266 gold, she's in addition to the $200 gold a month, she can make some improvements to the boat, add some additional weaponry, and refit a cabin suitable to the headquarters operations for all of you.
Yes.
That's not bad.
266 one-time fee plus the 200, right?
Correct.
Now, what's the crew and captain salary situation?
That's actually included the 200 gold.
Oh man, we're in business.
Now,
We're
the
in
only
business.
remaining piece is the profit sharing plan for the captain. So you have to establish if you have particularly bountiful runs that she gets a little bit of sweetener on top.
I
Where do
would
you need
tell.
the
Oh.
basic percentage as well as maybe a bonus system.
Yeah, I would tell her that we would want her to have incentive as well as crew members. We want them all to be on the mindset of making the business money, and because if the business makes money, they all make money.
Okay, and what tasks would you like the crew to go work while you're off adventuring?
I think the crew of the boat, if we're not on the boat, is that what you mean?
Yeah, because I mean,
Yeah,
you're going to be
okay.
on the boat, you'll direct them, but when they're away, what would you like them working on?
Improving and maintaining the boat and making it better and making little tweaks and
I hear that racing stripes make you go faster.
yeah, just we've improved the firing capacity by 20% and the firing speed by 10% since you last were here, and whatever they can do. I'm just making general statements about what their responsibilities would be. And also yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, is there any chance we could get a regular deal with the lizard folk algae, where somebody could regularly on a schedule pick up the algae from lizard folk and do the sale of it like we did that one time?
Good idea, Reginald.
All right, so you're going to try and do some more marketeering?
Yeah.
Well, that's am I a secretariat? I mean,
does the Pope shit in the woods? Oh wait, that's not the right one, is it?
I just had to explain that to somebody the other day.
Does Lord Neverember have a gold-plated toilet? The answer is probably yes.
So but I don't think we would want well, no, never mind. No, what I was gonna say doesn't apply, so just forget about that. Yeah, so that all sounds good. So we can pay 266 plus 200, so 466. Is there money in the party sheet right now? Yeah, there's 330 in there, so 466.
136 collected from the rest of us.
Right.
So there's a few things in the party sheet. You should guys decide if you want them.
Oh, okay, and then we'll sell
Definitely
stuff.
want the Great Dwarven Halls book. Trust me on that.
Yeah, that would make sense. It talks about wheels, and we've been finding a lot of,
Is anybody a dwarf? Take that. Who's a dwarf? Nobody.
Well, my
Alright, I'll
dad,
take
Huck Norris, knows a couple of dwarves.
Okay, you take
in,
it. Yeah, you
Oh
take
my
it.
gosh.
You're the closest to a dwarf
I've-
then.
I have a few dwarf friends. Yeah.
Well, one of you take it so that we don't lose it.
All right, I'll put it on my inventory.
Let's see. Algae from the lizard folk. That's gonna stay because it's not worth anything anyway. So arrows. Who cares? Does anybody want extra arrows? I don't even carry a crossbow.
I could use 2.
Take 20. Hold shift and take them all. Just screw it. Just take them.
Sounds good.
Backpack, bedroll, sensor, cooks utensil, dagger of venom. Well, we talked about that. Nobody said they wanted it, huh? We're gonna probably have to try to sell that. It's not gonna sell when he tries to sell it because it's a. Yes, and it doesn't have a value, so we're
It
gonna
has
have
a
to
range.
It has a range,
Yeah.
so we're gonna have, maybe that'll be one of our roleplay things is to go sell that. But I don't see anything else in there. The magically
Push the
charged
greater healing?
discs. We said we gave those to the guy, right? We gave those to our. Oh, we already. Yeah, we have another headquarters. I forgot about that. The lighthouse or whatever.
The lighthouse in Tresender Manor,
Yeah.
and now a ship.
Oh, potion of greater healing. Okay, I'll take that out just so we have it.
Yeah, you might want that.
Okay, everything else I think we can sell. And then the stuff that isn't sellable. Wait, the dagger sold?
No, I put it in the.
Oh,
I
you
put
did.
it in my
Okay.
inventory.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
don't,
so we
don't
can-
forget about that. And then
We can haggle over it later.
so you can take 466 out of the 548, and then we've paid for our months and our upgrades and our all that.
Okay.
And it's 82, by the way. I did the math, so if you want to change the goal to 82, you don't have to figure it out. Boom. Okay.
You're paid up for the month.
And then all that other stuff, the whetstone, the iron spike, all that other stuff that's clouding up the parcel, I guess you could just delete them all because they're not. Except for the algae. And we gave the charge disc to Wizard Boy in the basement or whatever his name was. I forgot his name.
No, that was his name, Wizard Boy in the Basement.
Was it? Okay, good. Then
I distinctly remember that. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right.
I think his name was Huber or something.
Ober. Yeah.
Huber.
All right, so
yeah.
we're paid up for the month, and they've got the construction paid for, or the refit, I mean. Very good. All right, let's kill some shit. Level up.
So as you get set up, a person who insists they are in no way from headquarters suggests the franchise should run a shady business practice activity. Really feels more like a demand than a suggestion.
What is this activity?
What kind of money is involved on
is
our
this
end from
person?
this?
Not at all from headquarters.
They're not at all from headquarters.
Well, you should do some tax evasion, smuggling to get past the good king of Neverwinter there. So you should take some items that have heavy tariffs, like, booze and things like that, and you should run the blockade, so to speak, and do tax evasion.
How
I
about
thought we were
now?
doing that anyway.
Oh, wow. The monk, really?
So there's a big demand for the Chinese goods. I see.
Yikes.
Let's start a trade war.
Look at. Well, I'm glad we're making this culturally relevant. I can't speak words.
Well, I hear trade wars are very easy to win. So
Yeah, super easy. You can do it by yourself, by the way. You don't need any help on that. You can just do it by yourself.
Oh my God.
Boo. Some real world politics snuck into the game. So let's see. Are we instructed as to specific location, route, items to be transported, that kind of thing?
You get some suggestions around that.
Yeah. So let's say, since this person is by no means anywhere related to the headquarters, that we follow the suggestion I think it would be in our best interest. Yeah.
What?
Well, I'm glad they had some specifics because there's no way any of us could possibly come up with illegal activities.
Oh my gosh.
And are we told by this person, who is in no way from headquarters, that we will be rewarded for such activity, or what's the deal on that?
Yeah, there's a upside for sure.
I'm in.
What is said upside?
I get to wear a pirate hat.
Okay, that's
That's the. You can do that
you
anyway.
make a
You
good
don't need
point.
If there's a
No,
parrot,
no.
if
No,
there's
no,
a
he makes a
parrot,
point.
Nito gets it as well.
Our decision is roll me a d20 in the tower, please.
to. Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to futz with a roll and I did it wrong. Give me 1 second.
Wait, I have a crossbow. What the hell?
I see that the ice mead sold, but didn't we handle the ice mead in that more lucrative way?
It was sort of
That, and I
volatile.
think the algae should have all been done on that.
On
Were we
the
already
run
paid
that
for
our
that
employees
stuff?
made.
I don't remember.
See, this is the shady stuff that he was talking about.
Rolling some stuff.
Yeah, I noticed. Not making me nervous. No.
Okay. So you had some moderate success with your smuggling counter the taxman blockade, but it didn't go unnoticed.
Mm-hmm.
So the Thieves Guild pays you guys a visit
Mm-hmm.
and says, we want you to keep running this, but of course we're going to get a 10% cut of that.
Mm-hmm.
But because you have protection of the Thieves Guild, you don't think you'll have as many opportunities to get in trouble with the man.
Well, if that allows us to increase volume to make up for the 10%, then bonus.
Right.
Okay.
Plus, my dad Hook Norse never introduced me to any Thieves Guild members, so I'm gonna be rubbing this right in his face. I'll move his beard out of the way first.
Huh.
So everyone give me a dex check.
Dex
Uh-oh.
save or dex check?
Sleight of hand.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, this little smuggling operation has moderate success. And you believe that you, even after paying your 10% to the Thieves Guild, will be pulling in 200 gold a month.
Oh, that covers the cost of the ship.
Wow. Even Steven.
Now, of course,
love
we
it.
have to re-roll these checks every once in a while.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Now we're incorporated as an LLC so that we're shielded from liability on the activities of the ship, right?
Yeah. Good luck with that.
So that's a no.
Does that mean yes? Reginald has
Who-
7 intelligence, so just
Yes,
keep
you're incorporated as an LLC. It's just there's not you're not incorporated in Delaware. Let's put it
Nobody
that way.
knows what an LLC is, but yes, we are one. There's no laws governing it, but we can say we are. First
Correct.
LLC ever.
Acquisitions Incorporated LLC.
C Corp, S Corp. Partnership.
Chapter S.
Chapter S, Chapter 7, Chapter 11. Good restaurant. All right. Now what?
So while you're setting up your operations in Neverwinter and you configured your ship to meet your needs, you did have a little bit of downtime, and you did review this book and in reviewing it, you get the strong sense that it's a very difficult place to get to. There's some you get some other notes from the franchise that there's some bad history between Acquisitions Incorporated and the clan of dwarves. Things were said, stuff happened, the normal kind of business opportunity challenges, right? But you kind of get the sense that the piece of the Ori that's missing may well be there, and you should probably figure out how to get to there.
Okay.
Does anybody want to do any research, any scrutineering, that kind of stuff?
I like that word. I'll try that one.
Yeah, I'll research while he scrutineers.
All right, and I need to find the page where I had all that stuff. Give me one sec. I just managed to close.
Scrutineering.
Scrutineering.
Reginald wants to try to help. I don't know that he will be of much use, but he wants to try to.
Probably more use than I will be.
Stand by, as they say.
Scrutineer is a person who observes any process which requires rigorous oversight, either to prevent the occurrence of corruption or genuine mistakes. Scrutineer.
All right. Who would like the Documancer typically does this?
She's probably the best at it.
Does she have a tool that helps her do that?
No, but she gets a +1 because she's a Documancer.
Yeah, okay. Do it.
Would the rumor mill be of any assistance? Since we're level 2, we have the rumor mill now.
You can use the rumor mill. How would you like to use the rumor mill?
Okay, hold on. I have stand by.
Stand by.
Stand
I have
by.
to read it again. It says, whenever your franchise begins a major quest or mission, make a DC 15 intelligence history check. Well, that's going to be really fun for Reginald. On a success, you can learn up to 3 rumors related to creatures or organizations involved in the mission, which come to you through your sending stone. So I will try that. Does anybody want to maybe do the help action along with me?
Yeah, I'll help you.
Okay, good. Because I have -2 on history.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not. What is the roll you're making?
History.
Okay, I can't help you. Someone else will have to. I'm not.
The
I'm not
Documancer can help with history.
I'm not proficient in
good.
history.
I am not proficient in history either.
Maybe the Documancer should make the check.
Well, it has to be the
Probably.
Secretarian because it's a Secretarian.
It's a secretarian
Can you-
thing, yeah.
Aha. Well, then the Documancer will assist who's proficient in history. How's that?
Wonderful. Thank you. Let me make that roll right now.
Well, that was and you said it's a DC 15?
Yes.
Well, you got a 16.
Yes.
Doesn't matter if you only beat it by 1, you beat it.
You beat it, just beat it. So you learn that there is an upcoming wedding at the Horn Enclave, which might be an interesting time to infiltrate the organization. And you
Wedding
learn that there's
crusher.
a caravan that is heading there.
Aha.
Who's getting married again?
People, dwarves, we don't know.
People.
People.
Whew.
It's a good thing it's not a dog wedding.
Oh boy.
One of those again?
Yeah,
Mm.
too many of them.
Anyway, we can find out who's on the guest list.
Yeah, you might be able to do that. So you do your rumor mill, you do your inquiry, and that sort of thing. And you learn a little bit more about sort of some of the past history. Because, there were prior visits between Acquisitions Incorporated and the Horde Enclave. It's possible there were incursions, might have been assaults, a couple of regrettable incidents happened on both sides. It's possible one of those incidents may or may not have included impersonation, violence, maybe a theft, something happened. So you kind of think you don't want to show up there wearing your Acquisitions Inc. polos,
Maybe not.
Oh, that's fair. Luckily, my shield device does not include Acquisitions Incorporated branding.
So you're chilling on your new boat as it's getting finished, and a tall, smooth-headed human male with a neatly trimmed black beard, dressed in pressed business attire. He walks up to you and says, and I'm modifying the text a little bit. His eyes narrow and is evaluating you. At his feet are a calico cat wearing a monocle and a horn helmet. The cat is busy licking itself, but pauses to look at you. It also narrows its eyes. I am
Can we help
flabbergasted, gentle persons, the figure says, in the employ of Acquisitions Incorporated head office, at your service. He gestures down to the cat. This is Mr. Snibbly. We need to talk. It's about your mission. Dun dun dun.
All right.
I'm sorry you're so surprised, but what's your name?
Flabbergast.
Oh, you mean like not an adjective. You mean that's what you're called. I am so sorry about that.
Says panic.
Look, it's a cultural thing. It's a tiefling thing you wouldn't understand.
That's
I'm gonna reach
probably
down and
true.
grab the cat and stick it in Panic's faces. Don't forget to say hi to Mr.
Okay. Immediately, like eyes are puffy, nose is running. Like, okay, fine. I will say hi to the cat. Just get it out of my face.
It's
Hello, Mr. Snibbly.
Snibbly.
Or as I say, I love cats, especially the asparagus and garlic,
Ooh,
Whoa.
ooh.
Whoa.
which is pretty much only a joke, but it really gets a reaction out of cat lovers.
Especially sous
Flabbergast
vide.
continues, as you might well guess, gentle persons, infiltrating Horn Enclave by traditional means would be difficult at best. And if you were discovered, your status as agents of Acquisitions Incorporated place you in grave peril, though likely not for long. Fabregas sighs. Mr. Snibbly spits up a hairball in disgust. The dwarves of Clan Horn would kill you immediately, is what I'm saying. As such, Omendran has requested that I might offer my assistance. Have you ever heard of the ritual of astral transmorphigation?
Ooh, do tell.
Reginald is entirely unwilling to admit that he's never heard of that.
Oh, well then, Reginald, how do we start it?
Reginald looks like a deer in headlights.
Please, Flabbergast, tell us about astral transmogrification. We are interested.
So there is a ritual that involves some very ancient and arcane components, some rare herbs, some alchemical reagents, etc. But essentially, what it does is it transforms you into the body of another, so you can infiltrate covertly and metagame. Think of like a polymorph, but without having to change any of your abilities, right?
Ooh.
All
It's
right.
incredibly rare and ancient, and there's some hard to find components that we'll need to go gather.
I like to consider myself a decent alchemist. What would we need?
Well, you would need it's a good question. You're gonna roll some dice.
Nice.
Roll some dice.
So you will need to find a blood sac from a aquatic creature.
That
I
sounds
like where this is going.
I like where
delicious.
this is
Go on.
That is it's found off the coast, and I'm making up a name for it because I don't know, because I closed all my monster books trying to make the downloads work better.
And I appreciate your sacrifice.
So he's going to tell you got to go out and find something and kill it and bring
Okay.
bring body parts back.
Yes.
So it's
Seems
just
totally
off
up
the
your
coast,
alley.
right?
That Reginald feels qualified to do.
Get it? All right, let me just open some monster books because I got no monster books.
You got no monster books.
Yeah, I was trying to like reduce the size of memory that FG was taking
Oh yeah.
up. It didn't really make much of a difference. All right. So you consult with Captain Bell. Repairs, etc., to your ship are okay. And she says, "Oh, I know where this place is. Yeah, those critters are nasty. I still haven't decided what they are." And you're gonna go kill something.
Nice.
Let's do it.
All right. Stand by 1 sec. Not that you haven't been standing by, but continue to stand by. Because you're a 5th level party now. That's like a whole different animal.
It makes me think of when the Joker says, "Where does he get those wonderful toys?" In the first Batman movie with Michael Keaton, but nobody remembers.
The best Joker.
The best Joker. Well, that sounds like there's
Fighting
opinions.
words.
There is no simple way to search for things by terrain, is there? Not with all these different monster books.
Not yet.
DMG.
Not yet. Coming attraction.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a physical book, the DMG has bunches of lists for.
Yeah.
And I think the Monster Manual even has it like terrain and like CR.
Oh yeah, so if you click on what am I thinking about? You can click on the library entry of the book and go to NPCs. And if you click on NPCs, it will show you by alphabetical, by CR, and by class index. Yeah, but class index is that's monster. You said terrain. I'm sorry. The only one that does terrain is Monsters of the Guild because I'm a genius. That's the only reason.
Then that's the book we're going to use. Talk amongst yourselves.
Dun, 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 dun. Remember?
No, don't remember.
You can name that song from it's the most famous elevator music song.
I'm not good at naming songs or music artists or albums.
I don't know the artist, but the name of the song is Girl from Ipanema.
Oh, I should know that because they play that on the work music.
Yeah.
all
I think every work plays that on the hold music.
Yeah, see, there I would have recognized it.
Tall and lean and something hair. She's the girl from Impan.
And I remember there was a horror movie I was watching that they first played it on that I actually learned the name.
That's funny.
Also,
I used to
in the Blues Brothers, when they're in the elevator in the last part of the movie, when they go to the city hall, that's the song in the elevator.
I actually used to get so bored doing elevator duty when I was on my part-time job that I just brought my phone with me, shocking. Like, why would I ever do that? And I started just playing elevator music off of Spotify. And like
Nice.
guests would walk into the elevator and look around and be like, "Where's that music coming from?" And I'm just like, "This one." There's a lot of looped Girl from Ipanema.
Yeah.
It's popular.
Muzak.
All right, the critter you need to find and kill is called the Eye of the Deep.
That I
Ooh.
hate that. Oh,
What if I don't want to go deep?
Well,
I certainly don't want that.
that's going to be the thing.
Okay, I'm gonna get
So
over
before
my
we leave, I
Whoa.
do have a suggestion. Maybe we get something where we can breathe.
like a potion of some kind.
Yeah, potion of underwater breathing. Those can be found in Neverwinter.
How much are they?
That's a legit question. One sec.
I think there's one that grants freedom of movement too while you're underwater. Or maybe that's an item.
Just realized my bow is utterly useless under the water.
Crossbow would work though.
Would it?
Any projectile weapons work under?
Your bow should work underwater. Depending on how advanced he wants to get, there'd be like range is affected immediately.
Hmm.
So you actually find something else. You find in Neverwinter for sale a cap of water breathing, or several of them, enough to outfit the party of 5, in fact, for the bargain basement price of $350 gold total.
Total.
Oh,
Okay.
total. That's perfect. Yeah.
I was totally seeing you say each after that.
I was
Well,
afraid
I
that's what
was
was
going to do
coming.
each, but then you roll the total roll.
Okay, so that's 70 gold, or yeah, 70 gold each for 5 of them.
Yeah, so 70 gold for each. Yeah.
Yeah, I can totally chip 70 gold in
Yep.
for my shit.
Yep.
Already done.
70 gold. Removing now. Get furied.
Done and done.
During this downtime, I would probably like to go ahead and sell the Dagger of Venom.
Ooh,
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will go to the place in Neverwinter that seems most likely to give a good price for a fine quality magic item such as this. Obviously, in the better part of town where more humans live
Try
than
the
anybody
Thieves
else.
Guild.
I was just thinking that the Thieves Guild would love that. But unless they're thieves, not murderers, whole spiel and stuff.
Well, the Assassin's Guild, do they have an in with the Assassin's Guild? Maybe.
You could do some research and figure that out.
Oh, we're talking about Reginald here.
You could ask somebody to do some research and figure that out.
Hey, that's a great idea. So what
Mm.
what I'll do is get Gilda onto that. I will delegate.
That's a pretty big word for a 7 intelligence.
Well, that's 3 syllables. That's the max.
That's good stuff.
It's okay, he's got a future in politics.
Well, so Gilda does a little bit of research. She finds a discerning buyer, not at the guild, but through the guild, who is willing to purchase it off your hands for 1,500 gold. No, 1,200 gold. No, 1,000 gold. No, 800 gold. No, 600.
Wait a minute here.
That's going down.
He makes you an offer of 691 gold.
Did anybody have an idea of what they wanted to get for it?
Well, you know that it's a rare item, and it could be between 500 and 5,000 gold, depending.
This guy's looking for a bargain.
Yeah, see, I was thinking along the lines of 1750 would be a really good, reasonable price for it.
17.99. It's less than 1,800.
I could do 1,200.
Make it 1250, and you got a deal.
1,250 sold.
Boom.
All right. Boom. I will put that back in the party sheet, and then you can do stuff.
Who on earth has a disposable 1250?
That guy.
The guy who dresses in a whole lot of black.
Yeah, I actually don't want to know anymore who has spare 1250. Suddenly I feel very certain that I don't.
You now have gold. You have gold.
You've got gold.
Bing.
And the water caps or the cap of water breathing are in the party sheet. You would like to take them and equip them. You can wear them, and then you speak a command word, and they turn on and off.
Excellent. What do they look like?
Does mine look like a pirate hat?
Do they
It
look like
does
those
not
cute
look like a
little
pirate
white
hat.
sailor
I am
caps?
so disappointed.
Summer uniform?
It's not like a Gilligan hat, is it?
Please be a Gilligan hat.
Hey, we're going with Gilligan hat. I like that one.
Yes.
I had to wear those for 4 years. I hate those fucking things.
Oh man, yay. Oh
Just
my
sit
gosh.
right back and you'll hear a tale of...
Wonderful
faithful
true
pair.
facts.
Yeah, it's
Wonderful
fun.
true facts of Emily oh, what was her name? The poet Emily I don't even
Dickinson.
remember. Emily Dickinson. Most of her poetry can be spoken to the tune of the theme of Gilligan's Island.
It's funny.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
That's a Sulu right there.
That's right. If you want to do a legit impression though, you have to go, "Oh my, fuck you, William Shatner."
Is that part included on the legit one?
Yeah, you have to say anything bad about William Shatner.
Oh boy.
I'm a huge fan of that. I have a fucking tattoo on my arm. I'm a big Star Trek guy. I love all those people. They're all half dead now. They're half dead.
They're half dead. Oh,
Well,
half of them are dead. Oh
yeah,
god.
Dr. McCoy, Scotty, Spock, Uhura just died. No,
Wait,
she-
are you kidding me? When?
Whoa,
Oh wait, no, I
Nichelle
was
Nichols
around then.
died.
Didn't she? Oh, I just think
Oh,
she's
man.
dead. What's going on?
No, I think I heard this actually.
Yeah, I've been watching them all my life, so
No, she's alive. She's 86.
Oh, thank goodness.
She's more than half dead.
She's more than half dead.
Yeah.
So the alive ones are her, Sulu, Chekhov, and Kirk. So that's half. Nurse Chapel, her name is... All of a sudden I forgot her name. Oh my god, why can't I remember her name? Majel Barrett. Her birthday is February 23rd, same as me. Boom. Alright, back to the game.
well, I found out that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has the same birthday as me. So
She does.
Ooh.
Are you also 29 years old?
I am.
Oh, she was 30 now.
Oh, when's her
I share
birthday?
a birthday with Tupac.
I am at least 29 years old.
What's the month? It's not a hard question. You if you don't know, you can just take a guess.
Oh dear.
For AOC or for Tupac?
Well, isn't it the same? You said your birthday was the same.
No,
I'm
I
just
think
trying to figure
he's
out. Did she turn 30? Is that what just happened?
She turned 30 in October on the last Sunday, like
Oh, okay. So
Same
she's
day
just
I
now
turned.
30.
the
Sorry, I
same day
assumed
as
you
my
got Tupac
most
now.
recent anniversary of being 29.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes, October 13th, 1989. Oh my God. I graduated high school 5 years before she was born. Oh, it's so sad.
I got out of the Navy 2 years before she was born.
I got out of the Army 2 years before she was born.
Hey, you're like twins. That's awesome.
We're veterans,
It's Mutt and Jeff, man.
Right?
It's like I'm tall and he's little.
and I'm land and
Oh,
he's
boy.
sea.
Yeah.
Now we just need Air Force and we're good.
No.
Space
From the back of the
Force.
room you hear from the back of the room you hear Marines.
They're part of the Navy. It's okay. Say that to them, please.
they don't like it, but it's a true fact.
I'm gonna message one of my buddies then.
The Marines was the last one established. Well, Coast Guard, but we don't count that. So the Marines was the last one. Trying to stall till Mark figures it out.
Talk amongst yourselves.
MC Lancy, ladies and gentlemen.
Dun, dun.
Wow, her picture, her political picture, AOC. It looks like it looks like a fucking glamour shots. It's pretty crazy.
They probably have a franchise right there in the Capitol building.
I bet you they do.
I mean,
Alright.
nobody's gonna vote
Do
for
you
you.
people see maps or no?
I can see a map.
I see a great big loading gray box, which is okay.
Yep, same as normal, but I can see it on Rob's stream.
Okay. So you were sailed out to this island where this creature lives. You're on the beach. There's some piers and jetties that go out into the ocean, and you believe that the critter is off to your east in the water.
Gosh, I hate how dark the water gets. It's really nice, but I hate it.
But we have dark vision, so we're okay.
Just because I can see what's in the depths doesn't make me any happier.
Do we hear the call from the deep? Oh,
Oh my god.
Hello.
No, you don't. But you see some swirling directly to your east in the water, about 100 feet offshore.
Are there any rock-like items that I can pick up and throw into the water?
No.
Dang.
Can I figure out where this creature would be and what it looks?
You think it's out there somewhere in that square.
Mhm. Soviet maps. All right. We're supposed to kill this thing.
Yeah, you've got to get it. You got to get a blood sac from behind its eye.
That's
know.
right. Nito
There is a
like the sound of
way.
it. Bloodsack hunt. All right. Be careful saying that phrase. Bloodsack hunt. Be careful.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, you have to like be very careful.
Yeah, you have to put.
Anybody
You have
got
to,
a
you have to
really
put a
big
space
fishing pole?
between the sa and the cunt. You have to make sure not to. Whoops.
Okay.
Bloodsack hunt. Let's do it.
Oh boy.
Ring ring.
Tracy
Is Mike
Lansing,
there?
ladies and gentlemen.
All right. I'm looking at my spells. I don't know what you guys are doing.
I've got arrows. That's what I've got.
I'm wishing I had spells.
I got
I'm wishing I was home.
I got a 120-foot range thing. So if this thing comes, but we have to go maybe into the water. Oh yeah, that's right. We can breathe the water. I forgot. All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's our mission to go get it. So let's go get it. Yeah, I bravely soldier forward and say, "Follow me, fellow space cadets."
Hate this.
Does somebody want to grab Bryn's character?
Oh, okay. I can do that.
I released it. There you go.
Uh-oh. Attempt to compare
Reginald.
string with number.
Whoa.
Oh, it gave it to me anyway. Yeah, I got it here.
That sounds very problematic.
Yeah.
What?
I didn't like it. All right. So let's see. Ren. He's gonna come
Reginald tears his gaze away from the pinky finger of the Skelisword's skeleton hand hilt.
Oh, she's a rogue. She's a ranged rogue. Okay.
Are you trying to pinky promise with your Skelisword?
It could appear that way.
Are we walking on the bottom or swimming? Or I guess it depends on what kind of armor you have on, I guess.
Yeah, if you're in armor, you're walking. You can
Okay.
float or swim if you're not.
I'm walking.
I'm walking. I'm
I
walking
can't
here.
scroll any further.
And when the water gets up to our head, I guess we'll activate our Gilligan caps.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
God.
on right now.
Just hope that the courage of the fearless crew gets us through the day.
All right, I am going to lock tokens because you see something out there.
Oh snap! It's the Beholder Eye of the Deep from the Monster Manual, Monsters of the Guild, available on the Guild in both hardback, PDF, and fantasy counts. Thank you.
Oh, thank goodness I can't see it.
Probably has eye rays and shit.
Oh, great. I saw it on stream. Great.
Yeah, there it is. All right. Are we rolling initiative? What are we doing?
You may roll initiative.
Just for you, Pan. Right there in the chat.
Wonderful. I look forward to opening chat. Oh, God. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you, Walking Dude. I super appreciate you.
You are
You're
more
not
than
just
welcome.
appreciated, you're super appreciated.
Yeah.
And
That's-
you need to roll initiative still. Way to roll one, yeah.
Got to get it out of the way.
We are in the thing they call the combat order, and Reginald is first.
Is that thing way down under the water or up at the surface? What's the deal?
We're just gonna say we're not gonna do 3 dimensions. We're gonna stay in 2. So
All right. In that case,
Still difficult
gonna-
terrain underwater, and weapons have disadvantage unless they're missile weapons or spells, right? Isn't that how that works?
yes.
Okay.
well, this is going to be agonizing blast.
Do it.
Clovis is gonna guide 2 beams of agonizing blast directly
Cross
at
'em.
that eye of the deep.
You know, if you're level 5, you gotta make sure you can do all that stuff.
I've already fixed my character sheet and everything.
Deal, good deal.
So here's the first one. And that looks good. So the eye of the deep is going to take, make that, for some reason it didn't add the 3 for my charisma bonus. That should have been 10.
Should have been 10. Okay.
And then the second one,
Here we go.
Clovis.
You
Sound like a
fumbled.
scared dog.
You were pushed hard, and you moved back
How much?
God, man.
10.
Oh,
So
Well,
we're
that's
in
not too
deep
bad.
water. What on earth would happen if we fell prone?
okay.
Oof,
Well,
God.
then that's it's gonna. Oh well, I forgot to do it at the beginning of the turn, but I'll go ahead and cast Hex as a bonus action on the Eye of the Deep.
Oh,
You
okay.
use if you fall prone, you use all your movement to stand up, I think.
Oh wait a minute.
I mean, like
I won't
over the
because
bottom of the
it's
ocean.
90 foot range. So I'm going to instead do a movement of 15 feet, and then I'll pass my turn.
All right.
Oh,
And,
here we go. All right, I'm going to attempt a spell called Chill Touch. Yeah. I damage it. I make an
Yeah.
effect. And I make another effect. All right.
Panic.
Lovely. Well, I can't see the token on the map, so I wouldn't be able to gauge distance.
You're 110 feet away.
Okay, that is I think I don't even remember what the range is like on a longbow. Longbow is 150 to 600. That's within range.
Do it.
We're good, fam. Yeah, let's do the thing. You said it's at disadvantage for weapon attacks, right?
No, but you have a bow, so it's fine.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Any missile weapons are not disadvantage in water.
Nice, good
Trident, spear.
stuff.
Nice.
That's a good old hit.
Oof.
Good roll.
Nice.
And so, since it's level 5, I believe I get an extra attack on my turns. Yay!
Beautiful.
Yes, I do.
Yay. Oh, snap.
Also a hit. Also
Ooh!
max damage.
Ooh, that's nice. That feels good.
Documents are
Rin.
Rin. Okay, she is going to.
Try
You
to
guys are
be
like-
insightful.
Insightful thingamajig.
Yeah.
Oh, the insightful thing? Okay, I was going to see.
So she will want to get her sneak attack bonus on it.
Insightful. What the fuck is that thing called? Oh, here we go. Insightful fighting. So yeah, she'll put that on herself. And then does that just give her advantage?
Well, the
He has to
opposing-
roll a DC check kind of thing.
Oh, as a bonus action, you can make a Wisdom Insight check against a creature you can see that isn't incapacitated, contested by their charisma. If you succeed, use your sneak attack. Okay. So let's do that. I guess I should
It
have.
doesn't look very charming.
You know that this doesn't have this doesn't have the save. What did it say? God damn it! I'm sorry. I've never used this. I'm not a rogue.
You roll Wisdom Insight against
okay.
their Charisma.
So I'm gonna roll Insight. Here it comes. Did I win?
You won.
All right. So now I'm gonna attack. That lasts a minute. Okay. Short bow. How come it didn't say I hit? I have
Not targeted. Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at my. I'm sorry. I'm looking at my. Okay, so let's try that again. 19. Boom. Yeah. All right, sneak attack. And then damage. Do it. Okay. I'll get it.
Boom.
Yeah, she
So-
needs to have an extra dice on her sneak attack, by the way. She gets 3 dice at level 5.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so that would have been 5 more points.
All right. Well, the Beholder, Eye of the Deep, does some stuff. The first thing it does is it flips a blinding cone of light in your direction.
Oh heck. Flashbang.
And some of you save and some of you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
So Reginald saves, Panic fails, Rin fails, Dan deaths.
What's am I good for then? Constitution.
Reginald saves, but Clovis really brings it home.
There you go.
Hmm.
And as such, Panic and Rin are blinded.
Guys, I don't like this. I can't see. I'm in water.
I'm blind.
And 80s music goes through my head.
Blinded by the light.
And
Oh,
thing
yeah.
swims up.
That might even be 70s music.
Nito, it's your turn.
Change into an octopus.
I wish I could. I'm gonna move the.
Wonder Twin powers activate that form.
I
Huh?
was thinking the same thing. Form of an octopus.
The
Alright,
brother
that
of the
was
Wonder Twins
close.
really got cheated.
The guy who
Yeah,
always had to be
he-
like a bucket of water or
Yeah,
whatever.
she could do forms and he could do, or she could do shapes and he could do forms. So he could be like a liquid. She could be anything.
And Fate just connected to the table.
Woo!
Oh snap!
Yeah, she'd be like
Oh,
an
that was a miss,
awesome
Nito.
giant eagle, and he would be a bucket of water.
But that is a hit. Damage done.
That will complete my turn.
All right. New turn order. Reginald, you are first.
All right, thank you. I will start off by this time properly casting Hex as a bonus action against the Eye of the Deep. And then move, let's see, well, no, I'm gonna go ahead and nail him with Agonizing Blast again, if Clovis wills it.
Fury.
Hey,
Hey,
So bolt number 1, zoom.
That's a hit.
I released Ren.
Yes.
Mark, you can release it for her.
oh, I still have to get on the table.
I put your sneak attack up to 3 dice. I just used it.
And
Thank
bolt number
you.
2, Clovis, come on now.
Clovis!
Oh.
Misser. Miss.
At least I didn't fumble this time.
And Rin,
Oh,
you
that's
are in the
awesome.
midst of whatever the hell that is, the insightful thing.
At least I did pretty good damage
So
on my
you're
one hit.
temporarily blinded.
Yeah.
All right, Death, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna move full movement, 15, and I am still not within range of the other thing, so I will go back to Chill Touch. Oh,
Big ol' miss.
that's not good.
All right, well, now it's his turn.
Ooh, it's heavily wounded.
Who's he going to go after? He's going to go after. He's going to go after D4 and see who goes out.
D4, what about D5?
Well,
Not Rin, because
Yeah.
she's in the back.
he's going to go after Red.
Clovis will protect me, I hope.
Clovis did protect you. You are not paralyzed.
Oh,
Yeah, I like it when I'm not paralyzed.
I like not paralyzed as
Especially-
well. That sounds good.
here's the thing: you just can't eat like 30 minutes before you swim.
But he's going to try and zap somebody else.
That's a myth.
God damn it, I almost blew Diet Coke out my face.
Yes.
That's a myth. He's right. Every mom
Zaps
from the 50s,
Another
60s,
ray at
and 70s.
Nito, and Nito does not fail his save, and he is slowed. So half movement, Nito.
He said
Oh,
he does
darn.
not fail his save. He did fail his save.
He failed. Your speed is halved for 1 minute.
Every mom from the 50s, 60s, and 70s told their kids don't swim until 30 minutes after you eat. It was a bullshit.
That's so they could sit and enjoy their.
It was an hour when we were at the
Yeah,
beach.
whatever the hell it was. It was all bullshit. You can go right in the water immediately. You can eat a fucking tuna sandwich while you're swimming. It doesn't do anything.
Although the pool maintenance people do not like seeing that burrito in the pool.
Right. Well, you have to make sure you put everything in your mouth. Don't just be getting it all in the pool. It's okay. It's all right. Don't worry. All right. Has this thing got more rays? What's happening?
Nope,
Oh, it's a Rin's
turn.
turn.
Rin is blinded, but it's Rin's turn.
Ren's still trying to connect to the table.
Oh, Rin's stuck in the buffer
Oh,
overflow.
okay. Hold on. I'll go back and do her thing. It gave me the error again. Okay, I got it. Okay, so she's going to move forward slightly. She's gonna...
Wait, you're putting me in melee range?
No. You're 60
That's
feet
not what
away.
Ren does.
You're 60 feet
Go,
away.
go stab the eye in the eye.
Right.
She's gonna shoot her bow again.
Missing.
Oh, she's blind, huh? Damn it.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Be dangerous to shoot an arrow. while
she will
blinded.
end her turn while she waits for her player to connect to the table.
Okie doke. Panic, you're up.
Nice. Is there any kind of save I'd be able to do to not be blind, or is it just wait it out?
It'll be over at the end of this turn.
Nice, wonderful.
Because Rin can see again.
Ah, got you. Gonna swim out a little ways away and hope that that means that I can't hit anybody else.
Okay. Swim to the southeast.
Yeah. You know what? If I spent my inspiration, I would just have vantage, right?
You would just have a regular shot, yeah.
That'd be a regular
Yeah,
roll.
vantage. Nice. It's worth it. This thing needs to get dead.
Okay.
And I never use my inspiration, so I better start using it.
Well, there you go.
Really? Okay.
Well, but you didn't take a regular shot though. You didn't mark advantage or whatever.
So mark advantage and roll it again.
Heard. Thank you. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna release Ren. But Mark, I think you have to release it too.
Just did.
Nice.
That was a hit.
Yeah.
Oh
Max
shit! I
die.
can see the map.
Critical.
Oh, jelly.
Nice.
I'm
It's a
just gonna.
very pretty map too.
Yay, Fury.
She can see it on the stream.
Oh,
I mean,
I think I'm
panic.
just gonna. I think I'm just gonna kind of hover here and not take an extra attack because fear and loathe.
So, are we
Weird.
swimming and attacking at the same time?
We
No,
sure
we
Yes,
have-
you've got taps of water breathing.
Yeah, we can breathe water.
Okay.
We paid some cash for that. We have a ship now and a headquarters and a whole thing. You gotta catch up. We'll catch up.
So does slowed affect extra attack?
No, it just affects movement.
Right.
And it's already difficult terrain, so it'd be quarter total.
Yeah, so you can move like 10 feet.
Well, 5.
But you can move 40, right?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
It's
you
just,
can move
4.
10
My bad.
feet.
My bad. I thought it was 30.
20 if he dashes.
Right. You
But I'd
can
have to use a
almost get
bonus
to him if you
action.
dash.
Don't you have some of those key points or whatever?
I do, but then I can't flurry or blow, so it kind of takes away the point of actually getting. I'm just gonna shoot an arrow in it.
Why don't you do like taunt him or something, and maybe he'll come back.
Taunting's a free action, so I'll do both.
It's a 15-yard
bro.
penalty for taunting.
The monk version of vicious mockery.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, nice.
And it should have had my effect on there too, so there should be a.
When I'm playing my bard on Friday nights,
What was
Rob's
the
Yo Mama
attack,
joke
Nico?
channel comes in handy.
Path of the Kensai. It should have been on. I didn't realize it fixed itself.
Okay. Damage
So
done.
11 total damage.
Yeah, I adjusted it.
I'll do another.
Oh, you will now, you.
And
No, he won't.
And you fumbled, but there's no effect.
Okay.
Break time.
We are at the break, and
We
when
can-
we return from break, Reginald will be top of the order.
All right. Do
Nice.
it.
Sounds good.
10 minutes? Okay.
10 minutes.
Fury shows up. Break time.
Hey, I said to be here after break time.
Yeah. No, you said after the first hour.
so you're early.
Technically early. Yeah, not that I, didn't want to be here on time, but work thing came up and I just made $600. So,
Hello. Yeah. Nice.
You're buying.
I got priorities. I got bills to pay.
All right, everybody. I'm going to try and run this commercial and see if it works this time. Yesterday when I did it, shut down the stream. I don't know what happened. Let's see. Twitch.tv/RobTui/dashboard. I have a bookmark for that. I don't know why I don't use it. Let's see if this works this time. Some people might see it. Some people might not see it. I don't see it. So type in the chat, anybody that's in the Twitch chat, if you see commercials, type in the chat that you see it. Otherwise, this fucking shit doesn't work. Start collecting gifts. Distribute gifts. I just distributed 3 gifts to the chat. I don't know what that does either. I just do it. I just do everything. I just push all the buttons. All right, let's see. Join us tonight at 6 p.m. PT for All Things Fantasy Grounds Talk Show. We will be discussing the At Tilt 5 at Kickstarter as well as at Last Game Board and some comparisons. Join us. Tweet at 5 p.m. Alright, that's set to go at 5 p.m. Close that. Close that. Sorry, close that. Close that. Don't need it. Close that. Close that. Okay, close it all. No commercials, huh? Well, it doesn't apparently work then. I'm supposed to be able to run commercials, but it doesn't work. So, whatever. Which gives me a brand new, oh, here you can do that, and then you can't do it. Alright, I better go get something to eat real quick. I got 5 minutes.
You just wait, Eye of the Deep. I'm going to run this thing right into your eye socket.
Let's wait until we take the blood sac out so you don't damage.
Blood sack.
After that, you can do whatever you want to his eyes.
Got a pot roast that's been in the slow cooker for 13 and a half hours. Gonna be good.
Why such a hurry?
I started it last night.
Now that you meant beef or something, not the other kind, huh?
It's I don't know, beef, yeah.
I was making a Washington State joke. Sorry.
I don't know. I don't know anything about Washington State. I just live in it. Not back panic.
I would say panic.
We could probably start. She's got 3 turns yet.
All right. Well, we will start and we'll wait for Panic to be back when she's back. And Reginald, you are up.
All right. Sounds good. I will move 20 feet, half my movement.
You have moved
And
20 feet.
again, 2 agonizing blasts because Clovis wants the Eye of the Deep dead.
Uh-huh.
Blast number 1.
That's a miss.
Doesn't want it dead all that urgently, though, apparently. And blast number 2. Come on, Clovis. No.
That's
Oh,
also
no.
a miss.
Maybe Clovis wants you dead.
He might. I give him a lot of press, though. I mean,
Maybe that's why he wants you.
So the Beholder dude's gonna go because that's what he does.
That's how he does
He's
it.
gonna blast an eye ray at Red.
well, I'm going to say, hopefully I can take it.
You did take it.
Like a champ.
If I didn't manage to take it, I was going to hope the rest of you guys finished him off before he could do
And he
anything else.
zaps one at Dan Death, who is slowed.
Oh, no. I don't like it.
I'm just checking one thing. Both eye rays. Blinding cone. All right. Then he's going to do a blinding cone towards Nito. Nito fails. It is temporarily blinded. But it is Dandep's turn.
All right, I'm gonna
He's
move
slow, but not that slow.
my full movement of 5 feet, which will put me in range to do Toll of the Dead. Yeah, that's right. Do it.
He failed.
Take 2 of that shit, bitch. Oh,
He took it.
I thought he was gonna
Not
die, so I
looking
was
great.
using extra profanity, but he didn't die.
Panic, you are no longer blinded, but it is your turn.
Oh, that's wonderful. Will you not roll sweet dice? Who's yelling? Oh,
Sweet dice.
look, these are not being happy right now. Why are you not being happy?
Yeah.
You know, it used to be that double clicking on
That was
the
a hit.
attack would actually. Bleh.
And he's dead.
Yay. Quick, Reginald, grab his sack.
Oh my god.
I'm glad I'm blind for this.
I think we need to drag this onto the beach and like cut out its eye or something like that.
Okay, we can do that.
We definitely need to thrust this into its eye socket.
Okay,
Let's get the blood sack first.
Let's drag it onto the beach and cut out its blood sack.
Oh boy.
Yes, we definitely are going to drag the Eye of the Deep up onto the beach and cut off its sack.
Yeah, let's go with
De-sack it,
that.
as it were.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to safely remove its main eye and see if I can keep it.
Main eye looks pretty big.
All right, whoever's doing the organ harvesting, give me a sleight of hand check or a dex check, something like that.
Don't fuck
I
up.
guess I was doing the part with the sack.
Are we all harvesting?
Nito is successful at harvesting both items, the blood sack and the eye.
Nice.
So I
Yeah, don't
thrust
try to
this
move in
into
on
its
the
eye
only
socket
good
for
thing
no
I-
reason.
Your personal enjoyment.
Possibly.
And Rin, roll me a perception check. All right. Well, you all make it back to shore. You complete your objectives, and you can head back to Neverwinter.
Yeah.
Good deal.
As soon as Ren gets out of the water, shaking it off, checking her belongings, she is gonna pull out that music box that plays the nursery rhymes that she took from her friend Gorko, and start playing it to make sure it works.
And it was a little wet, but it chimes out, "Soft kitty, warm kitty."
Oh boy.
Ball of fur.
It was Gorko's favorite tune.
Aw. Rip Gorko.
Gorka. So we're gonna go back with the sack and give it to the guy. Here's yours, Daddy.
The sack, back in the sack. So you go back to
Yeah.
Flabbergast, who's in Neverwinter. You return on the ship. He greets you shortly thereafter and explains a little bit more about the ritual and the ancient magic that's going to work here.
Hopefully, we'll now be able to
So,
do the hamification spell.
What's it
yeah.
called?
So what
Hamification.
happens is your bodies will magically go to sleep, but you will possess some of the members of the caravan going to the Horn Enclave, and you will essentially become them. You'll have all your normal abilities and whatnot, but you will be in the form of dwarves.
Mhm.
That's interesting. Dwarves. Why did it have to be dwarves?
Oh boy.
So the caravan is leaving the next day.
So are the dwarves carrying our kit and whatnot, or just our? They'll just have our.
Think of it. Yeah, let's for sake of simplicity, they have similar equipment to you guys because you're going to re-equip them with your stuff. And it'll through the power of multiple ancient magics, it just becomes dwarven sized if it's too big or whatever. Um, because you're not supposed to like polymorph into dwarves or something, right? So you'll be dwarven like with all your other stuff, but you will be possessing some other people's bodies. The captain decides, since you're all going to be slumbering in your portable headquarters, that it's a good time to set sail for safe water while you do your adventuring. Yeah, it's super complicated.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do
All
it.
right, so there's like 10 pages of reading, which I did, and then some stuff happens. Let me go find the right page in the story.
I mean, we go to a wedding, we attend a big celebration, so we can steal some stuff from the dwarves. Piece of cake.
Mm-hmm. Ain't no thing.
So
So does that mean the band is
caravan,
MC Land?
we'll give you a little bit of background. So along the way, you learn a few tidbits, right? So the marriage is between the Dargun and Thunderwind clans. Both dwarven families are quite different. The Dargans are your kind of people. They favor commerce. Thunderwinds are more dedicated to warfare. But the unlikely love of Gwendolyn Dargan and Tanis Thunderwood has brought them together.
Underwood.
The reason, yeah, Underhill. The reason the wedding was being held at the Horde Enclave is the caravan also has valuable gifts that are being given to both families, which are going to be placed into the vault until they complete their honeymoon and spend their lives as a couple at a location to be determined. There's furniture, art pieces, large items, and other stuff in locked chests. And you didn't get a chance to unearth what it is. So, on a gray morning with cloudy skies, 3 horse-drawn carriages roll up the mountain. That's you. Dwarves can be seen steering the carriages and peering out of the windows. Their voices carry a sense of excitement and wonder as they approach the Horn Enclave. The stronghold is indeed awe-inspiring. A massive arched stone entrance, a marvelous work of art in itself, leads into the mountain. 4 sets of heavy iron portcullises stand fast before the caravan's approach, each with a set of stone doors taller than a giant set behind them to mark the interior entrance to the enclave. The caravan stops and waits as a dwarf with bagpipes steps forward before the portcullis gates.
What do they say?
Hold on a sec. I might have done something wrong here. No, I think I got it right. Okay. So the bagpipe doors played the song of the day. One sec. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes on this. Did you see that thing outside of the gates?
Hmm.
And it pulls the doors open, allowing you to enter what's called the Hall of War.
Awesome.
Beyond the double doors is an enormous rectangular hall, easily 50 feet wide and 100 feet long, with smaller double doors set into the other three walls. Each surface of the walls, floor, and ceiling is exquisitely carved with runes and bas relief depicting dwarves at war. Grand pillars shaped like stone dwarves hold up. The floor is intricately carved and appears to be set in stone with tiles that can shift, lift, and rotate. 5 dwarves are in the process of moving the tiles around as if shaping a massive mosaic. Not
Oh.
far from the dwarves is a large metallic construct with a terrifying number of appendages ending in blades and saws. It is thankfully unmoved.
For now.
A female dwarf with sharp eyes and red hair tied in braids calls out a greeting as she approaches the caravan. Welcome, guests and friends of Clan Dargon and Clan Thunderwood. Horn Enclave is at your disposal for the wonderful occasion of.
Can we pay attention to what patterns they're doing to get?
Yes. So they're like doing smiley faces and other welcomes and yada yada yada.
I mean, the dwarves doing the mosaic.
Say that again. Sorry.
The dwarves doing the mosaic tiles. Like, how are they shifting?
They
Apparently
kind of
they're
like
making
push them down,
emojis.
pull them up, and rotate them. It's like one of those big chiclet boards where you move stuff around.
Was there a certain pattern, or does it just seem like?
It seems more artistic than uh, anything. You can't determine what they're trying to get because their work is still in progress.
Okay.
Sounded like they were making emojis.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Let's go with that.
Okay. Your vault awaits, ready for the gifts each family has brought the wedding. As instructed, we will safeguard these gifts until Gwendolyn and Tanis are ready to receive them. For today only, keys will be given to Thoman Dargon and Gorat Thunderwind for the storage of any additional gifts during the celebration. After that time, Thomas Dargon will retain one key and Horn Enclave shall retain the other. Rizwin then glows suddenly stern. Please remember, Horn Enclave is a secure location. We are responsible for our other clients. You are expected to remain at all times with your group in the areas indicated for your itinerary. Now let us proceed together into the vaults.
Hmm.
So we should be on the lookout for any particularly orrery shaped parcels or gift packages.
One more piece.
going to be kind of hard to see. I mean, since they're wrapped up and it could be in a box, not its size or.
Oh yeah. Just be on the lookout.
Did we take new names with the new identities, or were we just using?
You did. Stand by. I'll figure all that out in a second.
Stand by.
There's a lot of them. There's a map. I forgot a mask. That's part of my problem. Of course, I masked the DM's map. That's no good.
Well, hopefully nobody's leaving it to Reginald to come up with alternate names, because he would be like Freginald or something like that.
All right, you see some stuff now. Okay, you are now in the Hall of War. You guys see the map, or at least those who can see maps?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. That's a big old map.
It's a big map.
Yeah, it's a big map. All right, so you get escorted around a little bit further. Let me reveal more of the map. A little confusing to figure this out. All right, so you go through the barracks.
Stand by.
Yeah, sorry, I can't like use the mouse and talk.
Yeah, I get it, man. I get it.
All right, so you guys are escorted to the area of the vaults as part of your party, and they hand over their loot, and it gets locked in one of the vaults. To your right and one to your left. What's very annoying is there says there's something on the map, just not on the Okay, so each vault door is covered in iron bands lined with lead to prevent scrying. It's air and water tight, has multiple locks that makes vault opening without a key nearly impossible. And 2 keys are required to open a vault door, which you see as they open the vault in front of you. The wedding gifts get placed in the vault with the X. The right, if you see that. Yeah, that one. So what do you guys like to do?
What would we like to do? We want to go in all the way? Into the vault, I mean?
Oh, I feel like we're gonna need to cozy up to those two folks who have the keys, to make friends so we can have a little bit of like personal time in the vaults.
Oh, like it was a, what do you call it, like a safety deposit box where they leave us in private?
Well, I mean, they're probably not going to know that we're trying to get into the vaults on our own because then we would be supervised and that would be bad for, theft.
All right, let's figure out what guests you are each inhabiting the bodies of. Let's do that.
Inhabiting.
Earlier.
Yikes.
I find myself hoping that when the wedding ceremony is performed, the cleric will say, "Do you have the wing?"
No, blowing.
All right. So how about everybody roll me a d8 in the chat?
Oh boy.
All right. Whoever rolled the 3, re-roll. Dan Death, re-roll again. And re-roll the 2 again. And re-roll the 2 again. You got to pick something that wasn't picked. 5 is good.
Mine's
And
the
somebody
best.
roll for Fate while she's connecting. Actually, just decide if she's 6, 7, or 8. You guys give me a number.
7.
7.
Yeah, I was about to say I really don't care.
Maybe the easiest way to do this is create a fake effect. I think that's the way to do it. Reginald is Rala Dargon.
Create a fake effect.
Dan Death. 1, 2. Is Tommen Dargon.
Yeah, Joffrey's younger brother.
Create a fake effect.
Panic is Amara Dargon.
I think I've missed the name that I was supposed to.
I added it for you. You're Amara Dargon.
Thank you. Name is Amara. Cool.
Thanks.
And you said 7 for Rin?
Did we roll one for her? I'll roll another one.
I
No,
just had you
somebody
pick one that
said
wasn't in use.
7. Yeah, 7.
Oh, it's off
Yes.
of a table or something? Okay. I rolled a 5 again.
All right. Documents Rin is Joram Thunderwind. And Nito was the groom, Tanis Thunderwind.
I'm the groom.
Wait, what?
Nice.
That is the body you have taken over.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god. Congratulations!
You,
We're
sir,
so
thanks.
happy for you.
are hours away from sex.
Is Rala's a female name, I think, right?
You trying to make
Yes.
it the bride.
So Rala is
No.
a female dwarf. Is Gwendolyn's cousin.
Okay.
Always by Gwendolyn, the bride.
I'm sure I'll be a singularly unconvincing female voice.
You got the hair for it, don't worry.
Singularly unconvincing. That was good.
I'm convinced. Totally convinced.
That's even better. It's a comedy show now.
And Tommen, no coincidence, happens to be a priest.
Mhm,
He's the head of security for the Dargan Ironworks.
Bring me the
He's
boys.
not into the whole wedding thing. All that stuff just gets in the way of business and creates certain security risks.
Oh, fantastic.
And ironically enough, he also has a warhammer. That kind of fits you pretty well.
Nice. I have a warhammer. I'm used to it.
So what's the plan? We find our doubles and we remove them from the festivities so we
you
can
kind
move
of
around.
are them.
We are them, dear.
Oh, dang, we are? Oh shoot, I was thinking polyjuiced, but that's not what it is. I got very
Ancient rituals, they're all kinds of tricky. So as far as everyone here thinks you are these people, you kind of hear the thoughts and whatnots of the people, but you're sort of override. You override what they think and what they do.
Yes, we've been fist and dentalated into them.
So I'm gonna whisper you all some stuff that's not text, so we gotta cut it out, but I think it'll make life easier for all of us.
I'm just trying to come up with a different word for transmogrify every time I say it.
Changed.
Just say trans, but
Transmore.
Hey, we can be the Forgotten Realms' first trans people. Or not.
Who did I say it was? Tanis. I said Nito.
Nito's the groom.
Correct.
Do I get a point for that?
Yeah, you can get an inspirational point back. How's that?
Whoa, for paying attention? That feels wrong. No, it's cool.
All right, and Rala, you were able to get my whisper.
I haven't
I think I'm
yet.
Amara. I got Rala's whisper.
Oh, oops.
All female dwarves, you know.
Hi, Brala. Really, I am.
Panic was Amara. Oh yeah, let's do the right one then. All right. And let's see. Dan Duff was. Oh, man.
I await your whisper. Hey,
Boom,
hey,
whispered
bland
away.
bleth. I just saw that.
And Rin is Jorm.
This is gonna be fun.
It's gonna be interesting, yes. No weapons, huh?
All right. Did
Oh.
everybody get a whisper? Did I
Yeah.
miss anybody?
I got one.
A real archer wouldn't let that get in their way.
A real just like don't mind me, I'm just gonna make a bow.
Well, it is arcane.
So, Coleman,
Wow.
you have one of the keys to the vault.
Who does?
Coleman does.
Yeah, I got a key. Okay, good.
Gorak has
Hey.
the other key.
What's the status of the wedding right now?
Oh, you have just arrived. You've deposited the gifts into the vault so that they're secure. And your next item is drinks in the tavern. I mean, we are talking dwarves here, right?
Let's drink it up.
Okay.
So you all get escorted back to the tavern. And some drinking ensues.
Oh boy. Hope y'all prepared your constitution checks.
Yeah.
Not familiar with this word constitution.
It's funny because he's a monk.
That just means he dumped Khan.
Hmm.
So Rizwin leads the caravan party back through the barracks, then north and west, and north again to the tavern. Great tree trunks have been cut into half to form a series of long tables in this drinking hall. The northern wall behind the bar is formed entirely of kegs of ale, all of them tapped. Busy servers pour frothy mugs and serve them to a multitude of dwarves already here. As Rizwin steps into the tavern, she claps her hands once, and several dwarves quickly clear 2 central tables for the wedding party and guests. Tall mugs of amber beer are served, while platters loaded with skewers of roasted meats and root vegetables are brought to the table. Drinks and food are on the house. Drinks and
Oh,
food.
nice.
Open bar wedding. Yeah.
So people start swapping the talk. Both Ironbeard, the wizard, and Rizwin are here.
What about Gorat?
He's there as well. And also sticking out like a sore thumb is a Tabaxi merchant.
Tabaxi has wares if we have coin?
Looks like that.
Oh, nice.
Somehow I feel like Gorat should be from Kazakhstan.
Yes.
Like 50% of me wants to be professional, the other 50% of me is like, it's a kitty.
He's got a lot of knives and whatnot.
Yeah, but the top of his head looks floofy.
If you look at the space between the arm, it looks like he's carrying a fly swatter, but it's not. It's not a fly swatter.
That's a lot of wands.
Yeah, he's
A
got
lot of wands.
the.
He's got a bandolier of wands.
He's got a wand for every occasion.
You won't find
Always
him
just happy to
wanding.
see you.
He's Kitty
He's quite
Potter.
the wandsmith.
How long can we keep this up?
25
Until
minutes,
somebody
maybe.
says enough already.
Okay. How wonderful.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. I almost passed out on that one.
It was so funny that you
Lala.
almost passed out.
Rala is fascinated by the ring around the tail and wonders if it's magical.
Do you ask him? Go on and ask him.
Oh, I couldn't possibly.
Be friendly. Be sociable. It's a wedding. It's a happy occasion for some of us.
Okay, Fran Drescher.
My name's Amara,
Oh, yeah.
mother of the bride.
And somehow, suddenly from the Bronx.
Look you.
Wait, I'm marrying into that clan. I don't. Haven't said
Yes.
that.
I don't like you. I don't like what you stand for, but I want my daughter to be happy.
Lord Almighty.
I will make your
Said the
daughter happy.
atheist.
Oh, this is great. I love it.
Wow, that was super funny. She's like,
Going like that.
this is my impression of your. Wow, this is great. I love it.
See, the thing is that your words can't hurt me because I choose to ignore the sarcasm.
Your worth can't hurt me. That is a phrase I've never heard in my life.
Words.
Oh,
I
words. Oh,
apologize.
I like it better the other way. Your worth can't hurt me. Go be a billionaire. What do I care?
That sounds like a success, MC Lancy.
Yeah. So,
MC Lancy.
Rala happens to be very close to Gorat and then walks away and has a smile on her face. Because she got the key.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Rolled a 23 on the sleight of hand check.
Nice. Wow,
Thank
that could have
you,
gone
Clovis.
very badly.
Yes, it could have.
That could have ended in death by dwarves.
Well,
It still could. There's lots of doors around here.
I'm just very thankful to
Where's
Clovis
some of
and to the preparation that my dad, Huck Norris, gave me as I grew up in Waterdeep, the son of a celebrity adventurer.
Hope you're not saying all this out loud.
No.
So as you're recognizing this just happened, Lady and Lord Horn, that's specifically Lady Kira Horn and Lord Zardak Horn, arrive into the tavern. And Zardak is half blind and talks to his wife quite a bit to make sure he's talking to the right person. And they give you general, thank you, everybody, welcome, glad to have the wedding here, all that kind of small talky stuff.
Small talkie.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Which clan am I from, and which clan is Gwendolyn?
Well, you are Thunderwind, and Gwendolyn is Dargon.
Okay.
And so, in fact, Lord and Lady Horn come up to Nito, who they think, of course, is Tanis,
Mm.
and asks you, what was your favorite campaign of Thunderwind Clan?
Good luck.
Who? Well, all of them, of course.
Well, you have to have a favorite.
Favorite's like picking your favorite child, and
Oh, I
unless they're
totally have a
raising your.
favorite child. That's not even hard.
Oh
my
well,
God.
I don't have any children yet,
Lord
so I
and
haven't
lady
had.
douchebag.
Oh no, there has to be one. It has to be of great import. Our whole clan is about our military prowess.
Normally, my favorite has to do with who's telling it, because some people tell some stories better.
Give me a bullshit check.
Would that be a persuasion or a
I would go with maybe like a deception.
Yeah,
Fuck.
probably deception.
Oh my God.
Well, he's like, that is a good way to think of it. And he wanders away and talks to somebody else.
Well played, sir.
Nice bullshit.
Yeah, you're
I was being honest. Oh Jesus!
Don't you have some historical knowledge?
Nope.
Yeah, he doesn't really know the military history of the Thunderwind clan very well.
Man, we are in way over our heads, which is not hard because we're dwarves.
Yeah.
Oh, too bad that
That's
wasn't
why
part of
once
the
I heard
rumor
I
mill.
was the groom, I was like, "Wait, what?"
Oh, don't worry. I'm your father, apparently, and I'm supposed to conduct the ceremony.
Oh my God.
At least you're not getting married to some dwarf. I'm assuming
Hey,
it's.
maybe she's that's my daughter you're talking about, and she's a perfectly nice girl. And she loves you.
They have a special on mutton, lettuce, and tomato here.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
When the
sounds
mutton's
gross.
real lean.
You just need some tzatziki sauce on that, and
So
But when
perky, I love that.
Yeah, but when you talk about my daughter like that, it's like you give me a paper cut and then you put lemon juice on it.
that's the point.
Hmm.
All right, so one of you remembers, like, hey, we came here to steal the Ori of the Wanderer component. Maybe we should find out what the hell it is.
Well, I'm going to be checking it out as soon as I get a chance to extricate myself from the festivities. Extricate still only has 3 syllables, so.
Want the mother
I'm
of the
not
bride to cause a scene.
sure. Yeah, I'm not sure as a groom I should leave.
No, yeah, you're going to want to be visible at all times, unfortunately.
Oh, it's the bachelor party and that whole business.
Yeah.
For you.
I,
I'm
as
okay
the security guy, can go look.
Yeah, you can go wherever you want. Let's see.
Somebody does show you the guest quarters, just so you know where they are.
I'm gonna go act like I'm going on a rounds, like I know what I'm doing, like I'm supposed to be here, because I am, because it's me. And then I'm gonna go to the guest quarters and look.
All right, you can move yourself there.
Rala, making the excuse that she needs to avail herself of the facilities, also heads for the guest quarters, but then cuts south.
Go, Rala, go.
So I will make a hard target search of each of these rooms, to try to find what I'm
Rala,
looking
you have one of the keys, and Thoman, aka Dan Death, has the other.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'll go to right there and I'll be like, psst, psst.
Yeah, come over here.
Have we just split the party?
You have
We
just split
did.
the party.
We successfully split the party.
Nice.
Now we'll go
some of us
keying
have
in
to
all
run.
this shit and find what we need.
I surreptitiously flash him the key that I pickpocketed off of Gorat.
I say good. Let's make use of these keys.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's do it.
Man,
That's why you're the decisioner.
Decisionist.
You
Don't
can't
fuck up.
correct Reginald on this. He
Don't
says
fuck up.
decisioner, and that's it.
So we start looking in rooms and keying into shit, trying to find what we're looking for.
Well, we're gonna have to go to the vault, man.
Oh, the keys go to the vault. I was told guest quarters is where I needed to be.
The keys go to the vault. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to the vault.
as a distraction, would my character have heard any sort of dwarven drinking songs at any point in her career frequenting?
Who hasn't heard a dwarven drinking song?
She's gonna try to start one so that everyone's too busy singing and drinking to actually like go out and see what's going on.
Wrong ability.
There once was a teamster from Trent.
There you go. I'm gonna dance along to her dwarven drunken song like an 80s dance.
Nice.
All right, you're drunk enough that you only fall over once.
Nice. We're
Give
doing
me
it. We're doing a
performance
distraction.
check, panic.
Sorry, give you one. What would you say?
Performance check.
Nice, my worst ability. Let's do this. Can I mouse over this, please? Please, please. My mouse is avoiding everything.
I always grab perception when I try to grab performance.
My mouse was just hovering around it.
Well, your performance is good enough to get the crowd involved in the song, and they take it over.
Nice, wonderful.
Meanwhile,
Keying into the
Rala
vaults.
and Toman. Oh, there are like other guards around here from time to time, by the way.
Man, we
All
should
right.
have sent somebody with you to keep watch or something.
Well, why doesn't... Yeah, so I'll say to Original, you keep watch out here. Give me the signal if anybody's coming.
Okay.
So then I'll go in and start looking around and keep...
The presents are in that vault.
On the one where you are?
The one with the X in it.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay. So I'm gonna come down here. I'm gonna go look it all into here and go in here and go in here like that.
And I'm gonna find a shadowy place to deposit for Rala to deposit herself while she keeps watch.
Okay.
If there, if a guard happens to come along and look like it's going to go down that hallway, Rala will use every ounce of Reginald's intellect to try and come up with a distraction to keep him from.
Good plan. Good plan.
All right. So sorry. Bowman is going to the vault to inspect the vault.
Yes.
Okay.
X marks the spot.
Did mark the spot. Let me go. This is a little confusing to jump back to. This is a little wonky.
Says everybody about Reginald.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, just the mechanical issue is there's 2 spots that are supposed to have an X, but there's only one that has an X on the map.
Say that again.
It describes 2 in the text. It describes 2 places where there's a vault that has an X marked, but there's only one marked on the map.
Is there so there's not another X up here somewhere?
No.
Oh, weird. Well, it just must be a mistake.
Yeah.
Mark that down. I wonder if that's a mistake.
It's in the map.
Yeah, that's
in the book too.
Right, that sounds like some mistake they have. The fuck?
Well, it's not a Rob Tui mistake.
No, it's not.
That's the
No,
important part.
God forbid that would happen.
But I have now figured out what the heck I need to figure out.
Okay.
Okay, so you get into the double vault. You have both keys. There is a password to get into the second room, so you're still outside.
There's a password.
A magic password.
You don't
Oh,
say.
no.
Am I supposed to have any way of knowing what this password is?
Well, strangely enough, you didn't, but you recognize that Tanis and Gwendolyn heard the password. You forgot to ask, because I forgot.
Okay, since he forgot, let's say I remembered and I asked him what the password was.
So,
Is that how
Tanis,
that
what did you
works?
select for a password?
Butterball.
Yep.
All right.
I'd have gone with MLT, but
MLT, mutton, lettuce, and
So you
tomato.
speak Butterball, and you are in the vault.
All right. Butterball.
Now, let me figure out what's in the vault. Now, Rala really should have been there because it was kind of her mission, right?
well, Dan Death is the decisioner, and he said for me to watch for guards.
Okay, but now that I'm in, I'll come back and go, psst. It's me. Tom
Yeah.
and Dan.
All right.
Come with me.
Well,
and then go back.
you find 2 very interesting wedding gifts among some others. And I'm trying to find where the parcel is. So let me go look for parcels.
Well, I know what I hope is in one of them. In fact, I know what I hope is in both of them, and it's not the same thing.
There is no parcel for this.
Dun dun dun.
Not to worry, I know it's there. You find a belt of dwarven kind, and you find +1 armor.
Whoa!
And when I find the exact thing, I'll tell you exactly what kind of armor it is because it's something special.
If only we had frontline people. Oh wait, no, we have
I'm a
So
frontliner.
you find let's say at this point you're searching the wedding gifts. You haven't decided to steal them yet.
Okay.
You find some furniture, some art pieces, other large items, including adamantine bars worth 5,000 gold,
Throw
a
down.
suit of +1 mithril half plate, inscribed with the insignia of Dargon Ironworks, and a belt of dwarven kind bearing the insignia of Thunderwind Clan, which Rala covets beyond all things.
Now,
Yes.
can a belt of dwarven kind be worn by a non-dwarf?
I think the point is for non-dwarf to wear belt of dwarven kind.
Oh, is
isn't
that
it?
right? Okay. We're gonna take all
don't
this shit.
remember
Fuck
exactly.
it. We're gonna take all this shit and we're gonna go back to the wedding room and then get the hell out of here.
once everybody else is passed out from all the
Oh,
drinking.
snap.
That's what
Look
the
at that
Belt
shit.
Dwarven kind of looks like. Now, you guys do remember your main objective is to steal the component to the Ori of the Wanderer, which you haven't found yet.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll start gonna take all
Right.
this shit. So since we're here at the end, meaning the end of the vault, we will backtrack and start looking through all these other things. If anybody comes and sees us, we'll just be like, security check. Back to business. So I'm gonna quickly make a search for that item. So just, like in here, in there, in there, in here, in there, in there, and then like that, like that, like that. Yeah, look at that. I already searched for 5 rooms already. Boom.
Dan Death
They're
gained
all
juice of
locked
the
and
speed
guarded,
force.
by the way. That stuff happens.
You mean there's all these rooms are locked and guarded?
Yeah, it is like a vault,
Right, but I didn't think there was other people. That's the first you've mentioned there's other people here.
Yeah, there's no guards standing around, but there are guards, there are guards in the barracks.
Right.
There's people around. You're being stealthy, and you have a right to sort of walk the vaults as the custodian for the newlyweds or the potential newlyweds or the
Right,
soon-to-be
so
newlyweds.
that's what I was saying. I'll start opening all these doors, and then if anybody sees me, I'll just be like, security check, wedding guests.
Well, every door you try is locked.
Oh, well then...
Well, actually,
'Cause it's-
Rala
'cause
has
it's a vault.
Rala has a set of thieves' tools,
Yeah, you could try to do something.
and I'm not proficient in them, but I'm still reasonably dexterous. So,
Well, yeah, if you can use if you're not proficient, you just don't get your proficiency, but you still can roll it.
yeah, it's still like a sleight of hand, right?
No, it's just a straight dex check.
Just straight dex? Okay. Which is the same thing as my sleight of hand.
Right, yeah, it's just gonna be the same thing.
All right, well, for the one Dan Death is standing in front of right there, I will see if I can pull a little magic with the old thieves' tools.
All right, give me a sleight of hand or lockpicking or whatever you want to do like that.
What's going on with the hallway and everything this way, where my arrow's pointing? Oh, Christ, there's more. Okay.
Just more hallway.
Okay. More doors and... Yeah, so do we...
You are successful at trying to pick the lock. These are for not for kidding locks.
So what's the key? What are the keys that we have again? What are those keys?
Just
You
for
got
that
the
one.
keys to the wedding party's double vault.
Oh, so that it took both keys to get in.
Yeah, it's like a safe deposit box. You got to
Okay.
turn both keys at the same time.
So, but none of these other vaults have those keys.
Well, you didn't say you were going to try them. You
Let's
just tried
try
picking
that.
a lock.
Let's try opening all these other ones with these keys. I mean,
Oh.
we're trying to do this fast, not get
Yeah,
caught.
and the keys do not work. You
Okay.
think that each vault has its own set of keys, and they all have 2 keys, by the way.
Now, do we have any way of knowing which? I mean, can we discern? Are we smart enough to know, instead of just randomly trying vaults, do we know which one we would need to open?
Well, you don't at present.
Is
but
there a
you
way to
imagine
determine
that the keys are so complicated that they might have to have a record of them somewhere. Which key goes to which?
What's that thing right there?
That thing right there is some decoration. It's not described.
It's not the Dewey Decimal System card rack thing that we can go look up the keys.
Oh, that thing right there?
No, yeah, that.
No, there's no real description
Okay.
of it. Sorry.
So,
It's some kind of statue of a big ass dwarf.
We don't know where the office part of the complex is, though, do we?
So do we think we can successfully get out the front, go find some area in the bushes and hide all this treasure that we're stealing, and then come back in and go meet the party and say, we got to try to figure out where this other thing is?
Well, here's one idea I thought of.
Okay.
If they're like bank safe deposit boxes, then one of the keys is the same for all of them, and the second key is the one that people have that's different for all of them. Would it make it any easier, if that's true, if we have the one key and then all I have to pick is the second key?
Well, you could try that out.
But we don't know. I mean, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 9 different vaults, and that's just on this side. I mean, that's going to take us, a while.
Well, how long is it going to take to find an office and try to figure out where in the office all the records
I'm
are stored?
thinking that it's not about the time. It's about if we stand here and try to pick all these locks for 10 minutes, someone's going to see us. Whereas if we walk away now and go get the information, it doesn't matter how long it takes us, and we'll know which one to come back to. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you're the decisioner.
That's right. So let's go. And let's go. We're going to go back out, out the front or wherever, outside, and hide this shit in the bushes so we don't get caught with it.
And hope that iron golem doesn't activate when we do that.
I forgot about that.
So you're gonna go out for a smoke. That's kind of your story.
Yeah. We're going out for a smoke, and then once we go hide this stuff, then we'll come back to the wedding party and meet the rest of the party and tell them the sitch. We're gonna give them a sitch.
So
rap.
you go to the Hall of War. You talk to the guards and say, "Hey, we got to go out for the Dwarven equivalent of smoke break." Or give me each a deception check in the tower.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
That's a good idea. I'll do that too. This seems pretty important.
Well, was Ring going out? I didn't get that, but then Death fumbles the story a little bit, but recovers, and Reginald carries it through. And the guard's like, "All right, well, come back in 10 minutes because we got to lock up the gates.
Okay.
We're told not to let people in or out."
We'll be back in 10. Then I whisper to Reginald, "Oh, you did it, you dumb son of a bitch. Nice job."
Thanks,
you
you
go out
stupid
and you
bastard.
hide your loot,
Am I stupid too? I don't know what my intelligence is.
which is good because it's heavy.
No, I was just going on that that theme. You call me
yeah.
a dumb son of a bitch. I call you a stupid bastard.
No, I'm not stupid. I'm just ugly. That's the difference. You're a pretty boy.
Ugly bastard. Okay.
Yeah. That's what you should say. I'm gonna call you a stupid idiot, and you call me an ugly bastard. All right, so we're gonna go out, hide that shit, make it back in. Try and be back in 8 minutes.
All right, you make it in and out. You find a suitable hiding spot. You hide your loot. You identify where it is, so you know how to get back.
All right, then we're gonna go back to the party and say, well, now wait a minute. Somebody's the groom. We can't just make them go away.
Right.
So we're gonna wait till the wedding's over. We're gonna wait till one of us marries somebody.
All right, so you're all back in the tower.
I'm not sure I'm keen on this idea.
She's a perfectly nice girl. You'll like her. Be fine.
She's a
Then
dwarf.
you'll leave his body and it'll be great. Think of it as you're making a lifelong decision for somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the promise depends on the soul making the promise, not on the body you're occupying it.
Well,
Right,
where is
so
his soul?
it is now 1:30 in the afternoon, and Rizwin directs the guest out of the tavern towards the guest quarters, where you can relax, take a nap, sober up, before changing into formal wedding attire, which is waiting in each of your rooms.
Oh, nice. Okay, now's our opportunity. So when we get regrouped where it's just us, and Reginald and I will explain that we have stashed the party gifts outside. We've got all those things, but we could not find the Ore of the Wanderer piece. And we assume that there is a place here in the building that lets us know where the vault is with the key and everything. And we should go find that and make it happen.
All right, I'm with you guys up until consummation. Anything before that, we need to make it happen.
We're still on
After that, I'm out.
What's this have to do with soup?
So you do realize that there are also guards now posted in the hallway between the tavern and the guest quarters, kind of in that checkered area. Ceremonial guards, perhaps, but guards, yes, in that area.
Witnesses.
All right. We have a wizard or a warlock to be. Who's got sleep? Does anybody got sleep? What's up?
I've got a hypnotic pattern.
How many people can you affect with that?
It says the pattern appears a moment, then vanishes. Each creature who's in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom saving throw. Colors weave through the air inside of a 30-foot cube within range. Each person who sees the pattern must make a wisdom saving throw.
And then what, are they
And
paralyzed
it's
for
got
a
a
minute?
range of 120 feet.
Are they
And
paralyzed?
it's, up to 1 minute. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think a minute's going to be enough time for us to go find what we need, so that's probably a bad plan. Well,
Why don't we just tell them to go to another area?
Well, what I was going to say is I, as a guard, can just wander the building haphazardly until I find this place, and perhaps I can just do it myself. Because no one's going to question
Rollins'
me.
mission's already accomplished, so I don't have to.
So you're gonna wander around and do what?
I'm going to wander the building until I find an office or a location that has information about the keys. And I'll just make educated some summations and, guesstimations as I go as to which way I think it is, which door I think it is, until I find it. And if anybody spots me, I'm just going to say security check.
Well, you might even be able to find out
Well,
which one of the vaults.
We already have the keys. We need to find the Aurori. So we just need to find out. Correct?
No, you had keys to the wedding vault. You don't know what keys are needed for the Ori vault.
Right.
Right.
So you know neither where the vault is nor which keys open it and who has those keys.
Well, that's what we need to find.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start going and looking down the den and the Lord's bed, wherever I need to go, wherever I think I might find this information. And then my default defense is gonna be, what are you doing there? I'm gonna be like, security check. Help me out. Make sure this door's locked. Shit like that. Just act like I know what I'm doing.
Rala tells Amara that Dan Death is the best decisioner ever.
Decisionist.
Potato.
Well, which is it? I prefer potato. Ooh, I got some potatoes cooking in my kitchen right now. Yeah, so I go around, I'm looking, here's the temple. That looks pretty. Not it. Keep going. Ooh, what's this? Oh, little room that goes down a little bit, sinks a little bit. Not it.
I'm gonna go up to Panic and it's like, can't you talk to some of these people and figure out if they know what this Aurori looks like and maybe they've heard of where?
Not a fantastic talker, but I can definitely try. I mean, I am the mother of the bride.
Talk in that voice and they will tell you whatever they need to do to get away.
I'll tell you what you want to know right now.
God. So,
I'll be right by your side. You're trying to prove to me that this thing is better than anything I've ever.
Oh my god, that's a great setup. Okay, gonna need your arm for a sec.
Oh yeah, of course. I give my
Thank
arm.
you. Thank you. Now let's go find somebody who looks super important.
Define super important.
Well, maybe not the most important, but still important enough to know that the orrery is here.
His armor looks decorative and not.
Yes. Decorative armor. That's always a good sign. That means that he's too important to be risked on a battlefield.
And even better, decorative weapon.
Ooh.
Now, is this the part where they come strolling
There
down the
shouldn't be
hall
any
and then
weapons.
they run into me and I fit that
I do
description?
not have any weapons, and nobody in this room should have weapons. So if anybody does have a weapon, that is something I'm going to take direct notice of.
I have weapons.
I'm going to take notice.
Okay.
Yeah, Rala carries a short sword. And somehow or other came into possession of a crossbow at some point.
All right. And that sounds like a plan for the next episode of Acquisitions Incorporated.
Tune into the
Dun, dun,
next episode.
dun.
I am totally not going to remember.
I won't remember, but Mark will.
There you go.
All right, very good. We're going to find this shit and get the hell out of here.
Nice.
That's what you think's going to happen.
Oh, no.
And then there's an ancient red dragon.
Oh, that's always fun.
All righty. We will
It's okay, he's just right.
next week.
All right, very good. Thanks, everybody. Thanks,
All
Mark.
right. Thank you.
All right, everybody, there they go. That was Acquisition Incorporated, and now we're going to stop in the middle of the story, as we always do, and continue next week. So, what shall I say? Oh, I know. Here, everybody that hung out and watched today in the stream, I'm going to give you 100 XP. Boom! Just like that. And, I'm going to erase that little starting soon nonsense in the upper top here. Upper top? That's sort of redundant. So I will change the slide as well, because episode 14. Wow, we've done this 13 times. I would have said we've done it like 6 times. 13 times, wow. So episode 14 will be next week. And tonight, the show that we're going to have tonight, the All Things Fantasy Grounds talk show, we're going to talk about the Tilt 5 Kickstarter and also the game table, last game table Kickstarter as well, just to kind of maybe do comparison or whatever. And, of course, we'll give away some prizes of some kind, as we always do. So you guys should tune in for that. That'll be fun. Okay, so let's see. Save that. Also, since I'm in here, I might as well change the whatchamacallit, the slide that has the, yeah, you know what I'm saying. You guys follow what I'm saying. Yeah, this was episode 13, so let's change that. 13, Acquisitions Incorporated. Save as. And then I have to send the new slide to my social media manager. That's right, I have somebody. I have a person. She knows who she is. And I'm going to send that over there real quick. You guys can't see this. It's all behind the scenes. And then I think I'm going to end the stream and go eat some of my pot roast that I have cooked. Woot! What's up, Spencer? Woot! I'm going to eat some of my pot roast that I cooked before the show, because the show's in 2 hours. So let's see. Let me get off Mark's table here. Boom. And then I will go ahead and end the stream. So hopefully we'll see you guys all back here at 6 o'clock for the show tonight, where Leroon and Fury and I will go over those 2 Kickstarters and show you guys what we know. Fantasy Ground Smiteworks is a partner with one of those Kickstarters, so we're going to tell everybody all about that. And then tomorrow is, of course, Module Creation Monday. And then back at the end of the week, the Friday is Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Saturday is Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, or Avernus, whichever you like to say. And then Sunday back to what we're doing today. So that's how it works. It's a cycling week, everybody. Current Bit Boss is MC Lancy. MC Lancy. That's funny that Walking Dude said that. All right. So good times. Thanks everybody for hanging out. See you back here in 2 hours. And until then, good gaming, everyone.